Welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we explore the world's most fascinating stories and destinations. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to have you join me on this journey today. As we begin our travels, let's take a moment to appreciate the complexities of our global community. The news is filled with stories that remind us of the interconnectedness of our world and the importance of understanding different perspectives. Today, we're going to delve into two such stories that caught my attention. Firstly, I want to take you to Iraq, where a severe sandstorm has been wreaking havoc on the country. The images are breathtaking, yet heartbreaking. A vast orange cloud reducing visibility to less than a kilometer, forcing airports to shut down, and leaving thousands in need of medical treatment for respiratory issues. It's a stark reminder of the impact of climate change on our planet and Iraq's vulnerability to such extreme weather events. As I pondered this story, I couldn't help but think of the intricate web of global politics that surrounds it. The U.S. Vice President, J.D. Vance, recently made headlines with his comments on Europe's role in opposing the Iraq War. In an interview, he stated that European nations were correct in their opposition to the war and could have done more to stand up to the U.S. It's a fascinating perspective, one that highlights the complex relationships between nations and the consequences of our actions. As we explore these stories, I'm reminded of the importance of empathy and understanding in our global community. We must strive to see beyond borders and ideologies, to appreciate the human experiences that shape our world. On Charles Travels, we'll continue to navigate these complexities, seeking out the hidden gems and unexpected connections that make our world so rich and fascinating. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we continue our journey across America, I'd like to take you to a place where music and magic come together. You know, there's something special about the voice of Stevie Nicks. It's as if her songs have a way of transporting us to another time and place. And speaking of which, Stevie Nicks has just announced a new solo tour for 2025. As I was reading about this exciting news, I couldn't help but think of all the fans out there who are eagerly waiting to see this rock legend perform live. The last time Stevie Nicks embarked on a solo tour was in 2023 and 2024, where she performed an impressive 47 dates across the US, Canada, and the UK. And now, she's back with another leg of her ongoing solo run, which kicks off this summer. This time around, Stevie Nicks will be performing in parts of the US and Toronto, Canada, with a total of 9 dates scheduled. From Boston to Las Vegas, and from Tampa to Oklahoma City, fans will have the chance to experience the magic of Stevie Nicks' live performances. And if you're lucky enough to catch her show, you can expect to hear some of her most iconic songs, as well as some new material that's sure to delight both old and new fans alike. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I get tickets for this highly anticipated tour? Well, the good news is that tickets will go on sale on Friday, April 18th at 10 a.m. local time via Live Nation's website.ol. And if you want to get ahead of the game, you can also take advantage of the pre-sale option, which begins on April 17th at 10 a.m. EDT and ends the same day at 10 p.m. EDT. As I reflect on Stevie Nicks' enduring legacy, it's clear that her music has a way of transcending generations. From her early days with Fleetwood Mac to her successful solo career, Stevie Nicks has always been a true original, an artist who has never compromised her vision or style. And that's why, even after all these years, she remains one of the most beloved and respected musicians of our time. So, if you're a fan of Stevie Nicks or just looking for a unique musical experience, be sure to check out her upcoming tour dates and get ready to be enchanted by her signature blend of rock, pop, and mystique. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels, where we've been exploring the heart of America, one story at a time. As we close out today's show, I want to take you to the rolling hills and fertile plains of rural America, where the land is alive with the rhythms of nature and the people who work it. But amidst the beauty of this landscape, there's a sense of unease in the air. The Trump administration has just announced that it's canceling a $3.1 billion grant program for climate-friendly crops, a move that's left many farmers and environmentalists feeling dismayed and concerned. As I've traveled through America's rural heartland, I've seen firsthand the impact of climate change on our agricultural communities. From drought-stricken fields to flooded farmhouses, the effects are real, and they're being felt by people who are already struggling to make a living from the land. This grant program was designed to help farmers transition to more sustainable practices, to reduce their carbon footprint and promote eco-friendly crops that can thrive in a changing climate. It was a small but significant step towards addressing the urgent issue of climate change, and it's disappointing to see it being canceled. As I talk to farmers and ranchers around the country, I'm struck by their resilience and resourcefulness. They're people who are deeply connected to the land, who understand the rhythms of nature and the importance of living in harmony with the environment. And yet, they're also people who are struggling to make ends meet, who are facing unprecedented challenges from climate change, trade wars, and economic uncertainty. As we consider the impact of this decision, I'm reminded of the wisdom of a farmer I met in Iowa last year. He told me that farming is not just about growing crops, it's about stewarding the land, caring for the soil, and preserving the natural beauty of our world. These are values that are at the heart of American agriculture, and they're values that we should be supporting and promoting, not undermining. As we close out today's show, I want to leave you with a sense of hope and resilience. Despite the challenges we face, there are still many people working tirelessly to promote sustainable agriculture, to protect our natural resources, and to build a more just and equitable food system. So let's keep on traveling, my friends, and let's keep on exploring the stories that make America such a rich and vibrant tapestry. Let's celebrate the dignity of ordinary work, the beauty of everyday life, and the importance of tradition. And let's remember that even in the face of uncertainty and challenge, there is always hope, always a way forward. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on traveling.